The Kansas Attorney General, the Better Business Bureau, and families across the U.S. are warning about a man many call a scam artist. The AG has placed a temporary restraining order on Sean Parcells, preventing him from conducting autopsies, forensic pathology, or tissue recovery here in Kansas, while both a civil lawsuit and a criminal case are now underway.
Natalie Davis looked into Parcells' past and the accusations against him. Her story is new at 6.
You may remember Sean Parcells for his testimony in the Michael Brown case in Ferguson, Missouri, and his numerous appearances in the media as a forensic pathology expert. In November of 2014, CNN conducted an investigation revealing questions about his qualifications. But years later, he continues to offer private autopsies. And according to court documents, he's accused of taking thousands of dollars from grieving families and never giving them the answers he promised.
Well, I still love her every day. I dream about her. You know, she's my heart. It's hard to live without her.
Larry Windols lost his wife Karen suddenly in May of 2017. She got sick, went to the hospital, and that was it. The end of their life together.
41 years plus 6 weeks.
Every day counts, right?
Yes, it did.
He was left with questions, so he hired Sean Parcells with National Autopsy Services. Larry paid $3,000, but says he never got the autopsy report he paid for. It's been almost 2 years of frustration. He showed us text messages he exchanged with Parcells. The more excuses Larry heard, the angrier he got.
And so after about 12 times plus, I started getting upset. Because, yeah, it's ready. No, it's not.
Finally, March 13th, after numerous unanswered text messages, Parcells told him the report was done. He asked for Larry's email and mailing address to get it to him, but still, no autopsy report, no answers about his beloved wife. Fed up, Larry reported what happened to the Attorney General's office.
I was shaking so much I couldn't even print my name on the paper to talk to the detective.
2 years is too long, Larry says. He's right. At least according to the National Association of Medical Examiners, its standard is to complete 90% of cases within 90 days. In court documents, the Attorney General says Parcells is not even qualified to conduct autopsies in the first place. In fact, when referring to what Parcells does, autopsy is listed in quotes. The AG asserts Parcells has no formal education or license in the healing arts, calling him a self-taught pathology assistant. And there was no licensed pathologist present during his exams. Parcells is accused of deceiving and defrauding families in mourning. Did you ever get your money back?
No. No.
You don't expect to?
No, I do not. I think he's probably needing money more now than he did before. But I have no hopes of getting that money back ever. I just want justice for him, whatever the law decides to do.
We've heard about many cases of families paying Sean Parcells for an autopsy and never receiving the report. Perhaps the most gut-wrenching, the case of a mother who lost her 2-day-old son. It happened more than a year ago. Still no answers. Natalie Davis, Eyewitness News.
We reached out to Parcells' attorney. He declined to comment except to promise that the report would be completed by the end of the week.
Breaking.
This is KWCH 12 Eyewitness News at 6.
In your opinion, is 2 years too long?
That is too long.
Sean Parcells admitting he has taken too long to do the autopsy Larry Windholz hired him to do on his wife. And we told you about the El Dorado man who paid him $3,000 almost 2 years ago. Well, he still hasn't gotten that autopsy report, and he won't, because the temporary restraining order against Parcells remains in effect. Parcells faces 3 counts of theft and 3 counts of criminal desecration of a body.
He's also being sued by the Kansas Attorney General and Kansas Board of Healing Arts, accused of being unqualified to conduct autopsies. As allegations have come to light in recent months through the court system and the news, Larry and others from across the nation claiming to be victims of Parcells have connected through social media. Today in court, Natalie Davis met more of them. She filed this report for Fact Finder 12.
To date, we have 34 that's come forward in 29 different states.
Lacey Langford brought a photo of her mom to court. Her fight started for her, but now she says there's much more at stake.
There's evidence decaying every day, and he's responsible for that. Not just for my loved ones, but everyone else's too.
By her side in the courtroom was Rhonda Truby. Parcells was supposed to do an autopsy on her friend's teenage son.
I'm heartbroken because they'll never have answers as to what happened to their 19-year-old son.
The Attorney General's office won't even call Parcells a pathologist's assistant, saying under Kansas law, he's not qualified. They wrote autopsy in quotes in court documents.
This is Sean Parcells' lab in Topeka, the headquarters of National Autopsy Services. He met us here during a court recess and showed us inside.
Everyone's remains that we've done autopsies on and we've taken samples from are here.
Stuck in this lab, questions unanswered for countless families.
We're trying to tell the judge, give us a chance to fix the past, finish the cases that are not finished yet.
So you're admitting that some mistakes were made?
Oh, yeah. We got late on reports.
He says he wants to make it right. The problem is the state thinks he never should have been allowed to start the work in the first place. According to the American Association of Pathologist Assistants, the schooling to become a PA changed around 2010 from on-the-job training to training at an accredited school.
You can either be grandfathered in or you can go to a school and actually...
And did you get grandfathered in?
I got grandfathered in, but I never took the exam.
He calls the exam voluntary and not necessary to do the job.
To my knowledge, in the state of Kansas at this point in time, there is the PAs I know of are not board certified.
Parcells says this is just how his industry works, and there's no need to up regulations. Kansas law says pathologist assistants have to work under the supervision of a physician. Many questions will be hashed out in court. Who was supervising him? Where are they licensed? What does supervision even mean?
Are you worried you're going to lose your business and lose your livelihood?
I don't know. I think the worst case scenario, honestly, is that they say you just can't do business in Kansas anymore. Okay, well, I move, honestly.
He hopes it doesn't come to that and says he wants the families to get the answers they seek.
Do you think he means well trying to get that TRO lifted so that you can
No,
do
ma'am.
things right?
No, ma'am. He's never meant well. He has no credentials to mean well. And that's where it's at.
Today in court, the judge said he wished he could put a nationwide block on Parcells' autopsy work, but he doesn't have the power. Parcells told me today he does have active cases going on right now in other states. Natalie Davis, Eyewitness News.